Part 43. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Did. Chapter 421. Supreme Taiyuan was completely stunned. He owns a system, which has been a secret for tens of billions of years, but Ye Chen discovered it. Yeah, young master, yeah, I didn't really offend you. Let me go. Taiyuan Supreme begged for mercy. The system has been around for tens of billions of years, and he doesn't want to lose his system. Boom. At this moment, Taiyuan Supreme felt another terrifying aura. The same level of immortality, but stronger. Taiyuan Supreme felt his immortal glazed body and felt that his soul seemed to collapse. There is also an immortal level strongman in the Hanjian Palace. Supreme Taiyuan felt fear in his heart. If he cooperates with the Kun tribe and the Golden Winged Dapen tribe, he may be dead. Master, yeah, I agree. Taiyuan Supreme said with difficulty. The pressure he endured was so great that it is now difficult for him to speak. Ye Chen snapped his fingers, and instantly all the pressure Taiyuan Supreme felt disappeared. Supreme Taiyuan, you should know that I have enough strength to destroy you all. So when you left before, you didn't give me face, it was me who gave you a way to survive. Ye Chen said calmly. Supreme Taiyuan nodded. Master, yeah, I agree. The system can give it to you. Supreme Taiyuan sighed, but my system is not very useful. Ye Chen said with great interest, what system is it? Taiyuan Supreme said, the longevity system, as long as I live longer, the strength will be stronger. But the limit of my system is only the glazed realm level. Ye Chen smiled and said, no wonder Taiyuan Supreme, you act so cautiously. For tens of billions of years, Taiyuan Supreme basically took no risks. More stubborn than him. Even if there is no system, I will not take risks casually. The one who remains is king. Supreme Taiyuan stroked his beard and smiled. Ye Chen nodded slightly. This is true, the one who remains is the king. Taiyuan Supreme's contemporaries who were more powerful than him are now dead. Even after their death, many families were shattered. But Supreme Taiyuan is still alive and well. Supreme Taiyuan, please take the initiative to unbind the system and let it enter my body. Ye Chen said. Taiyuan Supreme's system has been with him for a long time, which directly caused problems with his own system. Of course, if Taiyuan Supreme or his system is disobedient, Ye Chen will not be polite. If Ye Chen's strength is insufficient, Supreme Taiyuan will not be polite. Suddenly, Supreme Taiyuan's face turned pale. He lost his identity with his own system, and his soul suffered a lot of damage. Master Ye, here you go. Supreme Taiyuan waved his hand, and a faint light entered Ye Chen's body. This is exactly the system of Taiyuan Supreme. Host, although Taiyuan Supreme's system is not particularly high level, it has a lot of energy. Several times fatter than the communication system we obtained before. Ye Chen's system was a little happy. System, seize the time to devour and digest it, and then improve your communication capabilities. Ye Chen said in his mind. He was equally delighted. The communication capabilities of your system should be greatly enhanced by then. By then, the communication capabilities of his system should be able to cover the entire Sea Area 13. It might not be enough to contact Luo Hanjian directly. Luo Hanjian is in the Supreme Universe. Not to mention the distance, even if he is near a certain Supreme Universe, it is not easy to directly contact the powerful people inside the Supreme Universe. Yes, host. The system becomes busy. Ye Chen stared at Taiyuan Supreme, who felt uneasy. Young master Ye, there was something wrong with me supporting the Kun clan and the Golden Winged Dapen clan. I can convince the other strong men to support you, Master Ye. What do you think, Master Ye? Supreme Taiyuan spoke in a low voice. He knew that his life and death now rested in Ye Chen's hands. If Ye Chen wants to kill him, he is not even qualified to take Ye Chen to be buried with him. Okay. Ye Chen nodded slightly. Don't let the powerful men from the Kun tribe and the golden-winged Dapen tribe get the news. Yes. Supreme Taiyuan left Hanjian Palace quietly not long after. Brother Taiyuan, how are you? Senior Taiyuan, what's going on in Hanjian Palace? Some other strong men asked. Taiyuan Supreme said in a deep voice, everyone, you enter my space treasure first, and I will explain it to you in detail. The rest quickly agreed. They can still trust Taiyuan Supreme. Besides, if Taiyuan Supreme is up to something, a large number of their other strong men will not be vegetarians either. Soon many powerful men entered Taiyuan Supreme's space treasure. Everyone, Hanjian Palace has immortal power. In addition, there is another immortal level strongman in the Hanjian Palace. When Taiyuan Supreme said it, many other powerful men were frightened. Brother Taiyuan, immortal level. Senior Taiyuan, can the other party burst out with immortal power? Several powerful men reacted, and they started asking questions. Supreme Taiyuan nodded slightly. Everyone, I paid a relatively high price and gained Master Ye's forgiveness. I plan to take you to see Mr. Ye next. But if you don't agree, I won't force you. I can temporarily put you under house arrest somewhere. You can come out in 10 or 8 years. After Taiyuan Supreme said this, the other strong men agreed. Not long after, Taiyuan Supreme quietly entered Hanjian Palace again. Young Master Ye, they are all in here. Taiyuan Supreme handed Ye Chen a space ring, which contained tens of thousands of strong men. But only 5 or 6,000 of them reached the immortal level. Ye Chen nodded slightly. He was a little disappointed that none of the other strong men had a system. The entire Kunpen universe may no longer have other systems. Ye Chen thought of the Titan universe. The Titan universe is stronger, and there should be other systems. The strong men of the Titan universe may already be on their way to the July universe. Come out. Ye Chen arrived at Chaotian Palace and released tens of thousands of strong men in the space ring. Feel it well. Ye Chen said in a low voice. Boom. The next second, the pressure from Hanjian Palace, Xiaoliu and 11 Tongtian sword bamboos all came over. Tens of thousands of strong men trembled. Among them, there was only one Liulai realm strong man. And he was just an ordinary Liulai realm strong man. There were only 20 or 30 Bianhu level strong men. All of them added together, their strength could only match 5 or 6 top immortal level strong men. Hanjian Palace, Xiaoliu, plus 11 Tongtian sword bamboos, it was equivalent to 40 or 50 top immortal level strong men releasing pressure on them unscrupulously. Puff. Puff. Soon many strong men couldn't bear it and vomited blood. Young Master Ye, spare me. One strong man humbly lay on the ground, and he soon found that the pressure against him disappeared. Soon this strong man told his family about the situation. More people knew, and more people lay on the ground. Young Master Ye, spare me. Some of the powerful warriors who persisted to the end fell to the ground, and some knelt down. Ye Chen said lightly, I don't intend to kill you, but just let you know my strength. Collect. The next second, Ye Chen received all these tens of thousands of warriors into the Brahma ring. It was evening now. Ye Chen and Enlangxiu had dinner together, and then it was time for exercise after dinner. It has been a long time since I exercised with Enlangxiu and others. Ye Chen and Enlangxiu exercised until midnight. Host, the devouring is complete. The upgrade of communication capabilities will last for about a week, and you cannot sign in during this period. Do you want to sign in now? The voice of the system sounded in Ye Chen's mind. It was already late at night, and a new day had arrived. It is exactly 1 month before you can sign in. System, is there anything else to say? Sign in 3 times. Ye Chen said in his mind. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Did. Chapter 422. Ye Chen's eyes showed anticipation. The rewards in the previous months were average, but this time he felt that he should get a good reward. After all, the limit of heaven and earth in Xuanhuan Palace has reached the level of immortality. The distance is not too far. There are still so many cute little ones from the Kun tribe and the Golden Winged Dapen tribe. Taiyuan Supreme and many other powerful people are here now. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for receiving the immortal level gift pack, which contains 10 top-notch glazed realm enlightenment pills. Ye Chen's eyes lit up. Good thing, with this, he and Enlangxiu can improve faster. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for receiving an immortal level gift package, which contains 10 top-notch glazed chaos pills, which can greatly enhance your talent. Ye Chen was surprised. Isn't there a special elixir show today? He actually received another gift package of immortality level elixirs. This pill is more precious than the enlightenment pill. At this point, Enlangxiu and the others could clearly feel that their training speed had slowed down a lot. Talent begins to limit them. Their talents can be greatly enhanced by taking this chaos pill. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for getting an immortal summoning card, which can summon an immortal powerful man to come and take action for 1 day. If you don't take action, it can last for 10 days. Ye Chen was pleasantly surprised. His hunch was indeed correct. Today was a good harvest day. There were actually 3 immortal level rewards. This made him unable to sleep. That's all, I'm going to sleep if I can't sleep. I'll go find Lanyan to do some exercise. Ye Chen muttered in his heart. Zi Lanyan is not so relaxed now and is not with Enlangxiu and the others. Ye Chen realized Zi Lanyan's side. Zi Lanyan didn't practice and didn't fall asleep most of the night. She tossed and turned. It's already this time. My husband probably won't come over. Zi Lanyan thought to himself. She was looking forward to Ye Chen coming over. It hadn't been long since they got married, and Zi Lanyan missed her very much for a few months. Lanyan, you haven't gone to bed so late. It seems that you don't plan to sleep tonight. Since this is the case, why not do something? Ye Chen laughed, and Zi Yan's eyes showed surprise. Soon the room was filled with spring. Early the next morning, Ye Chen gathered Enlangxiu and the 5 of them together. The 5 of them now have the level of cultivation of Bianhua. Wives, this is the chaos pill. It is at the top glazed realm level. It can enhance your talents a lot. Take this first. This elixir is the enlightenment pill, which is also at the top glazed realm level. After you take the chaos pill and digest it, take this elixir. Ye Chen smiled. Improve your talent first, and then use the enlightenment pill for better results. Enlangxiu and the others looked at Ye Chen in shock. Ye Chen actually took out 5 of the chaos pills and enlightenment pills at the top glazed realm level. The value of such an elixir is immeasurable. Master, if you use these pills yourself, you can reach the glazed realm faster, and then you can find the beauty mistress faster. Enlangxiu said. Yes, Master, you can use these elixirs yourself. Lu Qianqian also said. Shang Guanyan and Zi Lanyan also spoke, but Luo Yudi did not say anything. She and Luo Hanjian were sisters, it was inappropriate for her to say so. Ye Chen smiled and said, Lanyan, your father has a share. I definitely still have one myself. Don't worry, seize the time to improve. You don't have to worry about the strong men from the Kun tribe and the Golden Winged Dapen tribe outside. Enlangxiu and the others nodded. Now that Ye Chen still has them, they can rest assured. Lanyan, go and give this share to your father. I'll give it to him directly. He might not accept it because of his face. Ye Chen took out 2 more pills and smiled. In the past few months, Palace Master Xiao has done a lot of things secretly, Otherwise the strong men from the Kun clan and the Golden Winged Dapen clan might have attacked before he came over. Husband, thank you. Zi Lanyan said emotionally. Luo Yudi chuckled and said, Sister Lanyan, didn't you thank your brother-in-law last night? Zi Lanyan's pretty face turned red. Last night she was tortured a lot by Ye Chen. Lanyan, go and deliver it quickly. Ye Chen smiled. Good husband. Zi Lanyan left quickly, and after gathering her emotions, she went to her father's place. Palace Master Xiao was extremely shocked when she saw the pill that Zi Lanyan took out. The elixir for the top glazed realm is Chinese cabbage. Ordinary immortal level experts probably wouldn't be able to take out such elixirs casually. Lanyan, please send the elixir back. As a father, I have already received a lot of benefits from Ye Chen. It would be outrageous to accept this pill again. Don't accept the pill for your father and affect your status in Ye Chen's heart. Palace Master Xiao took a deep breath and said in a deep voice. With such a level of elixir in front of him, he really couldn't bear to give up, but he cared more about Zi Lanyan, his daughter. Zi Lanyan himself received the same benefits as In Langxiu and the others. If he still needs a lot from here, would In Langxiu and the others have any objections? On this point, Palace Master Xiao and concubine Shu had the same reaction. It's okay if you don't improve yourself a little, don't affect your children. Father, you can use it. I will return my 2 pills to my husband. You worried so much about me before. Zi Lanyan said. The Purple Sky Palace Master shook his head, even if you don't use the elixir, Ye Chen will still give you the elixir. That would make us father and daughter seem full of scheming. I am now a strong man in the Liulai realm, which is already very good. After dealing with the Kun clan and the Golden Winged Dapen clan, there will be no powerful enemies here. Zi Lanyan persuaded for a long time, but the Purple Sky Palace Master refused to accept the elixir. My husband, my father asked me to return the elixir to you. Zi Lanyan sent a message to Ye Chen. Ye Chen soon came to the Purple Sky Palace Master. He smiled and said, Father-in-law, you can use the elixir. I still have 4 groups of such elixir. Leave 1 group for Hanjian and there are still 3 groups. According to Enlan and the others' situation, each of them can only use 1 group of elixir. The top Liulai realm level elixir has a domineering effect. If it is not done well, En Langxiu and the others will explode and die. Ye Chen, if I accept it, En Langxiu and the others may have a bad opinion of Lanyan at that time. The Purple Sky Palace Master shook his head. Ye Chen looked at the Purple Sky Palace Master with some emotion. Concubine Shu had the same idea, pitiful parents in the world. Hey, Aunt Shu is single now, and so is father-in-law. Maybe we can let them meet then. An idea suddenly popped up in Ye Chen's mind. Luo Yudi and Zi Lanyan, can they be closer relatives then? Father-in-law, they are not such people. They have never lacked training resources, and they will never lack them in the future. Ye Chen smiled, Father-in-law, I will go to practice first, and you should also seize the time to improve your strength. Ye Chen left after saying that. Lanyan, En Langxiu, and the others will follow Ye Chen first. You are a younger sister. In the future, listen to En Langxiu and the others in some aspects, and don't be petty. The Purple Sky Palace Master looked at Zi Lanyan and said. He said this for Zi Lanyan's good. If Zi Lanyan is petty, she may be rejected by En Langxiu and the others in the future, and her status in Ye Chen's heart may be greatly reduced. Father, Sister Enlan, and the others are all very good, how could I be like that? I'm not that kind of person. Zi Lanyan said. The Lord of Xiao Palace nodded slightly, that's good, hurry up and practice. With Ye Chen's full support, you will definitely surpass your father in the future. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Did. Chapter 423. 20 days passed in the blink of an eye. In the first 10 days, Ye Chen used 2 chaos pills at the top glazed realm level under the acceleration of time, and in the next 10 days, he used 2 enlightenment pills. Boom! An extremely powerful momentum burst out from Ye Chen's body. Fortunately, he was in the Brahma Ring, and the Brahma Ring was an immortal treasure, otherwise it might cause changes in the world. Finally a breakthrough. A smile appeared on Ye Chen's face. If he practices normally, even if he practices at an accelerated time of 300,000 times, it will still take a lot of time for him to break through to the glazed realm level. 4 pills saved him at least a year. The sooner his cultivation level breaks through, the more effective the sign-in will be and he will get more treasures. With my current situation, even if I use the Xuanhuan sword alone, my combat power is close to the peak of the glazed realm. If I use the 4 Xuanhuan swords at the same time, I must have broken through. Ye Chen secretly thought. With a strength that is comparable to the glazed realm level, if the combat power is 1000, the combat power of the top glazed realm level is 5000, and he now looks like 4788. Using the 4 swords of Xuanhuan at the same time, Ye Chen estimates that his combat power can reach 18,000. Have the system and communication upgrades been completed? Can you contact Hanjian? Ye Chen said in his mind. Host, the upgrade has been completed. Unable to contact Luo Hanjian. The system quickly responded to Ye Chen. The upgrade had actually been completed a long time ago, but Ye Chen was busy making breakthroughs during this period and didn't ask. Alright. Ye Chen was not too disappointed. It was expected that the system could not contact Luo Hanjian at this time. Closing his eyes, Ye Chen continued to practice and consolidate his cultivation. A few days have passed, and Ye Chen has consolidated his cultivation very well under the 300,000 times acceleration of time. The strength has also been slightly improved. Ye Chen, the Kun tribe and the Golden Winged Dapen tribe seem to be planning to take action. Ye Chen originally planned to continue practicing, but the voice of Master Xiao suddenly sounded in Ye Chen's mind. Although he is practicing, the Master of Xiao Palace is paying attention to the situation in the outside world. Ye Chen opened his eyes. I want to take action in less than a month, but I'm a bit impatient. Ye Chen muttered in his heart. Soon he left the Brahma Tower, and the Master of Xiao Palace also suspended his training. The two met. Ye Chen judged that the strength of the Master of Xiao Palace had been significantly improved. The combat strength reached about 3000. Among the powerful people at the glazed realm level, this is already a pretty good strength. Ye Chen, have you reached the Liulai realm? Palace Master Xiao was a little unconvinced. Ye Chen's aura was very well controlled. If the breakthrough time had not been short, Palace Master Xiao would not have discovered anything. Right. Ye Chen smiled and nodded. Father-in-law, let's open the door of Hanjian Palace and let them in directly. I hope they can be bolder. Having broken through to the glazed realm level, Ye Chen is now more confident. Good. Palace Master Xiao nodded. The strong men of the Kun tribe and the Golden Winged Dapen tribe were indeed ready to take action. Ye Chen and the others were talking here when a large number of strong men appeared near the Hanjian Palace. Boom! Boom! Waves of terrifying aura erupted from the Kun clan and the strong men from the Golden Winged Dapen clan. Ye Chen and Master Xiao arrived at the city tower. The Kun clan and the Golden Winged Dapen clan have a few more immortal level experts than he expected. Both parties may have used their race's heritage. 8 immortal level experts from the Kun tribe came over, and 19 from the Golden Winged Dapen tribe. There are 3 remaining forces. There are a total of 30 immortal level experts and hundreds of Bianhu level experts. There are tens of thousands of immortal level experts in total. In addition, there are a large number of 7, 8, 9, and 9-star heavenly Dao level experts, with a total number of tens of millions. In front of the powerful immortal powerhouse, the 7, 8, 9, and 9-star heavenly Dao level figures are just ants, but there are still many ants that can still have a big effect. At least tens of millions of strong men surrounded the city, and their momentum was overwhelming. Ye Chen, are there really 11 top immortal level experts in the Hanjian Palace? Kun Xiaokang sneered. They recently analyzed that Ye Chen may have a special system. Maybe it's a camouflage system. You can fake a strong aura to scare off enemies and so on. If there was such a system, it would be entirely possible for Ye Chen to scare Kun Wuliang and the others and capture them. Is there any? Why don't you come in and take a look? Ye Chen's faint voice came from the Hanjian Palace, and the next second the door of the Hanjian Palace opened. If Kun Shikang and the others wanted, they could directly enter the Hanjian Palace. What to do? Kun Shikang's face changed slightly and he spoke. Ye Chen's move was a bit scary. Opening the palace door directly, where did Ye Chen get such courage? Even if Ye Chen is really that strong, or even stronger, why should we be afraid? Jin Yang's Hizun's eyes sparkled. The Sex Foundation has been used, and several immortal level experts have been added in a short period of time. Moreover, they have come over, and the arrow has to be fired. Even if the Hanjian Palace is a dragon's den and a tiger's den, they still have to break through. Ye Chen, do you think you can scare us away like this? What a joke. Ye Chen, surrender immediately and be captured without mercy. You may be able to survive by then. Many strong men spoke one after another. Supreme Jin Yang raised his hand, and the other powerful men paused speaking. Ye Chen, I'll give you a quarter of an hour to think about it. If you choose to surrender within a quarter of an hour, we won't kill you, but we'll put you and your woman under house arrest. You can live for another 100 years. We can let the children you give birth to live. Golden Sun Supreme said in a deep voice, think about what I said. Kun Shikang said, Purple Sky Palace Master, it's best for you to not interfere with the Purple Sky Palace. Ye Chen and Zi Lanyan have been married for a short time, you can let her remarry. We won't make things difficult for you, Purple Sky Palace. Purple Sky Palace Master didn't speak, and Kun Shikang and the others couldn't see the Purple Sky Palace Master and Ye Chen at this time. Ye Chen, they are still a little worried, but since they appear here, I guess they will come in 9 out of 10 times. Purple Sky Palace Master smiled. Yeah. Ye Chen nodded, father-in-law, they probably won't come in for a while, shall we go have a few drinks? That's possible. Purple Sky Palace Master smiled. Ye Chen and Zixiao Palace Master arrived at Fengming Palace and drank some wine in the backyard of Fengming Palace. Xiao Lu and Xiao Liu's clone were beside him. A quarter of an hour passed quickly. Ye Chen and his friends did not come out, and many of Kun Shikang and his friends looked unhappy. Entering Hanjian Palace was a bit risky, and they hoped that Ye Chen would surrender directly. Fellow Daoists, we have no choice in this situation now, let's go directly into Hanjian Palace. Go in, we can't be scared off. If we leave like this, we won't practice anymore in the future. Many masters spoke up. Most of them felt that they had the upper hand now. Even an absolute advantage. Ye Chen was a young man, and it was already very good to have Liulai realm masters protecting him. How could there be so many powerful masters protecting him? If there were really so many powerful masters around him, how could Zixiao Palace Master bring Ye Chen here? Even if the top immortal masters were 100 times weaker, they would still have the top immortal master's strength. 10 such strong men have the strength of the top level of the Red Spider Lily, not much weaker than the Purple Sky Palace Master. Enter. Kun Shikang, Jinyang Supreme and other top strong men quickly made a decision. The palace gate of Xuanhuan Palace was wide open, and their millions of strong men quickly poured into Xuanhuan Palace. Ye Chen and the Purple Sky Palace Master did not hide, and Kun Shikang and others found Ye Chen and others at the first time. They are still drinking, this empty city plan. Ridiculous, unless there is absolute certainty, how can it be so easy? Kun Shikang and others were relieved to see Ye Chen and others like this. In their opinion, Ye Chen and others failed to use the empty city plan, and had to gamble again. Finally here. You don't have to go out if you come in. Ye Chen smiled. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Did. Chapter 424. Ye Chen, the empty city strategy failed, and now you want to deliberately scare us. Kun Xiaokang laughed loudly. Many other strong men who came in also laughed out loud. Puff. Next to Ye Chen, a soft-looking willow stick instantly penetrated Kun Shikang's body. The immortal level defense of Kun Shikang's top was like paper in the face of Xiao Liu's attack. Boom. 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 Xiao Liu's clone, all 11 sky-breaking sword bamboo trees erupted with top-level immortal auras. Boom. The immortal momentum of Xuanhuan Palace was suppressed. Finally, Xiao Lu next to Ye Chen exuded a more domineering aura than Xuanhuan Palace. You. Kun Shikang was extremely horrified. He was not dead. Although Xiao Liu's attack penetrated his body, it did not kill him. What about me? Ye Chen smiled lightly, and as he spoke, his body exuded an aura that surpassed the top immortal level. Jin Yang's Hizun and many other powerful men opened their eyes in disbelief. Sovereign Jin Yang, surrender. Master Ye is far stronger than you estimate. Taiyuan Supreme and many other strong men stood up. Jin Yang's Hizun and the others took a breath of cold air. Good guy, Taiyuan Supreme and the others have secretly surrendered to Ye Chen. Jin Yang's Hizun and others quickly waited secretly, and their faces turned pale. There's no way he can beat it. Even though they have about 30 immortal level experts, they are still comparable to 10 top immortal level experts. And Kun Xiaokang has been captured by Ye Chen and the others. Young Master Ye, it was the Kun tribe and the Golden Winged Dapen tribe who forced us. Master Ye, in fact, we don't want war at all. Why don't we just live our own lives quietly? Young Master Ye. Following the Kun clan, many powerful men from the Golden Winged Dapen clan came in and spoke one after another. The beauty palace turned out to be immortal, and there was an immortal guardian spirit plant beside Ye Chen. Such a person should be the top talent of the Supreme Universe. They are absolutely untouchable. Ye Chen's current power is enough to destroy them. Surrender, or die. Ye Chen said calmly, I will give you 3 breaths. If you don't kneel down and surrender, you will die. Jinyang's Hizun looked at Xiao Liu, feeling bitter in his heart. They simply can't kill the immortal guardian spirit plant. Even if Xiao Liu is completely destroyed, after a long time, Xiao Liu can still be resurrected. The plane will not be destroyed, and the immortal level experts will not die. This is no joke. Master Ye, spare your life. Kun Xiaokang was the first to kneel down. Xiao Liu retracted the branch, but he could sense a powerful force within his body. This burst of power could kill him in an instant. Thump. The strong men of the Kun tribe were now led by Kun Shikang. He all knelt down, and a large number of other strong men from the Kun tribe immediately knelt down. Not to mention the strong men who followed the Kun tribe and the Golden Winged Dapen tribe. Well. Jin Yang's Hizun sighed secretly in his heart. He secretly discussed with another top immortal level expert from the Golden Winged Dapen tribe and also knelt down. Now that we have entered the beauty palace, it is impossible to escape even if we want to. Master Ye, we, the Golden Winged Dapen clan, surrender. Jin Yang's Hizun and other top experts said in unison. All the powerful men of the Golden Winged Dapen clan quickly knelt on the ground. There is no shame in surrendering to the strong. Confining your own cultivation. Ye Chen said calmly. Jin Yang's Hizun and other top experts felt a little uneasy. Could it be that Ye Chen was going to kill the most powerful ones among them? But in this situation, they have no other choice. Even if they resist, the weaker and stronger men from the Kun tribe and the Golden-Winged Dapen tribe may not support them. Those who resist will die. Soon Jinyang Supreme and all the other powerful men restricted their own cultivation. Receive. Ye Chen thought, and all the tens of millions of powerful people who poured into the Hanjian Palace disappeared in an instant. That settles it. Palace Master Xiao said in surprise. While talking and laughing, thousands of strong men all surrendered. Ye Chen smiled and said, Father-in-law, the strength gap has reached such an extent that their resistance will only lead to death. Palace Master Xiao nodded slightly. If he were from the perspective of the Kun tribe and the Golden-Winged Dapen tribe, he would have no choice but to surrender. There may be a way to survive if you surrender, but you will die if you resist. The entire race might be exterminated. Father-in-law, do you want to obtain the cosmic will order? Ye Chen smiled. Most of the powerful people in Kunpeng universe have surrendered. Whoever they support can obtain the will of the universe. Don't you get it yourself? Palace Master Xiao said doubtfully. Ye Chen shook his head, I have the cosmic will order from other universes. One person can only get one piece of this thing. I can't get the cosmic will order here. Palace Master Xiao nodded slightly, so that's it? Ye Chen, I don't want the order of the will of the universe. You let Zilan get it? Zian's future strength will definitely exceed mine. I got the cosmic will order here. It's good in the short term, but not good in the long term. Palace Master Xiao thought about it for a while. In addition to this consideration, Palace Master Xiao also considered another aspect. If he obtains the cosmic will order, his strength here will surpass the top immortal in the future. Will Ye Chen be afraid? If Ye Chen is afraid, he might take Zilanyan away and rarely come back to see him in the future. After Zilanyan obtained the cosmic will order, Ye Chen would not have such worries. Good. Ye Chen nodded slightly. Zilanyan obtains the cosmic will order, which is indeed better in the long run. Soon Ye Chen arranged for Kun Chikang and a large number of powerful men to kneel in front of Zilanyan. They began to pray silently in their hearts. 3 days passed like this. The power of the universes will quickly condensed in Zilanyan's body. Not long after, Zilanyan obtained the cosmic will order. Husband, I got the universal will order, and it's a 3-color one. Zilanyan's excited voice sounded in Ye Chen's mind. Ye Chen was a little surprised, tricolor. He originally thought that Zilanyan's acquisition of the cosmic will order was probably just a single color. Zilanyan has made no contribution to the growth of Kunpeng universe. Is it because of Hanjian Palace, Ziliu? Ye Chen secretly thought. Lanyan, the 3 colors are pretty good. You have to practice harder in the future. Double the effort and triple the reward. Ye Chen said with a smile. Dankei's cosmic will order can only double the strength. Sankei's cosmic will order can triple your strength. Based on Zilanyan's current situation, after tripling her strength, she could reach the glazed realm in Kunpeng universe. Good husband. Husband, I can let you get the deputy order of the universal will order here. Zilanyan said with a charming smile. Based on the situation of Kunpeng universe, Zilanyan can give a dozen sub-orders of the universe will order. The level of deputy commander is 1 level lower. You can also enjoy the increase. For the cosmic will order, any strong person can only get 1 piece of the main order, but for the deputy orders of the cosmic will order, each person can get 1 to 9 pieces depending on their strength. Lanyan, then give me a piece when the time comes. Ye Chen said with a smile. The deputy order of the cosmic will order needs to be condensed, and it will take a lot of time for Xuanhuan to condense it? He, good husband. Xuanhuan said softly. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Did. Chapter 425. 2 months later, Xuanhuan condensed the first sub-command of the Universal Order. She naturally gave it to Ye Chen. The Purple Sky Palace Master could only stand aside now. Ye Chen already had 5 times the strength of the top immortal level. After doubling his strength, Ye Chen had 10 times the strength of the top immortal level in the Kunpeng universe. Lanyan, you stay in the Kunpeng universe and continue to condense the Universal Order. And Lan and the others will go back with me. I will bring all the strong men of the Kun clan and the Golden Winged Dapen clan back to the July universe to kill them. Ye Chen said to Xuanhuan. Ye Chen did not intend to let go of those strong men who surrendered later. Husband, then you, come back early. Xuanhuan said reluctantly. She had known for a long time that Ye Chen would definitely go back to the July universe. Yet, it took a night for Ye Chen and Xuanhuan to say goodbye properly. The next morning, Xuanhuan hugged Lanxiu and the others one by one and said goodbye. Lanyan, don't worry, we will hurry back. Yes, you are so beautiful, and my brother-in-law will definitely come back soon after finishing the things over there. And Lanxiu and the others left. After a while, Ye Chen and the others left. This time, Ye Chen did not teleport away, but used the space battleship he got from the Unicorn Youth to leave. Ye Chen took Xiaolu away. Hanjian Palace also has Tongtian Sword Bamboo, and Ye Chen stayed in Kunpeng Universe. Even if a powerful person enters Kunpeng Universe, Xuanhuan is absolutely safe in Hanjian Palace. Xuanhuan and Xiao Palace Master are both Liulai Realm Masters. In another 2 months, Xuanhuan will definitely give the second Cosmic Will Order to Xiao Palace Master. By then, Xiao Palace Master can have the top Liulai Realm level strength in Kunpeng Universe. Master, is this the Universe C? It's so beautiful. The scenery is really good. And Lanxiu and the others looked outside in surprise. The space battleship that Ye Chen and the others were riding was moving at a very fast speed. At the speed of their space battleship, they can reach July universe in 2 months. In the direction of Titan universe, there are also space battleships heading to July universe. This space battleship is faster. However, Titan universe is far away, and it takes about a year for this space battleship to reach July universe. 2 months later, Ye Chen and his team approached July universe without any danger. The top immortal class space battleship has good survival ability in the Universe C. Enter. The space battleship quickly entered July universe. Ye Chen and his team felt the familiar breath of July universe. Boom. Ye Chen and his team released their momentum. July universe immediately sensed the strength of Ye Chen and his team. It was also determined that Lanxiu and her team were originally from July universe. And Lanxiu and her team now have the cultivation level of the other side of the flower, which has a significant driving effect on July universe. Ye Chen has reached the Liulai realm, and the driving effect is even greater. July universe has become much stronger. Ye Chen said in his heart. July universe is still in a period of rapid growth. He killed many strong men before he left. Now I am so strong. Ye Chen sensed his current strength. He has the Universal Order here. Even if Xiaolu has not settled down, Ye Chen's strength can exceed the limit of the universe. Without the Universal Order amplification, Ye Chen has 5 times the strength of the top immortal level. With a 9-fold increase, he has 50 times the strength of the top immortal level. What is this concept? Even if the weak immortal level strong men have special treasures that can fully exert their strength here, they are very likely not Ye Chen's opponents in the July universe. Collect. After collecting the space battleship, Ye Chen used the Universal Order to teleport directly to the Holy Demon Realm. Die. It turned out that Ye Chen of the Kun clan did not kill the immortal level strongmen and the strongmen in the Bianhua realm, but he would kill them directly this time. Ye Chen also killed the tens of millions of strongmen that Kun Shikang and others had brought over. Ye Chen also brought the strongmen from the Black Dragon Palace and the Tiandao sect over, kill. In a short period of time, Ye Chen killed more than 40 immortal level masters and hundreds of masters in the realm of the other shoreflower. Boom! The entire July universe grew wildly. Ye Chen secretly estimated that after this wave, it should be no problem for the July universe to grow into a second-tier universe. The stronger the July universe is, the less likely it is to be destroyed from the outside. Ye Chen has the 9-color universal order, and the July universe is his base. For him, the stronger the July universe is, the better. If he offends a very top master in the future and can't survive in other places, the July universe is his retreat. Mother. Aunt Shu. Sensing their return, concubine Shu came over immediately. Changle. Concubine Shu hugged Luo Yudi tightly. She hasn't seen Luo Yudi for quite some time. Ye Chen, Enlan, Qian, Yaner. After letting go of Luo Yudi, concubine Shu glanced at Ye Chen and spoke gently. Ye Chen, you guys should be able to stay a little longer this time, right? Shu Gaifei asked. Ye Chen nodded. He estimated that the strong men from the Titan universe were on their way here. As the master, he had to entertain the strong men from the Titan universe in July universe. Mother, we won't leave in a year or two. Luo Yudi laughed. Mother, your strength has increased a lot. When Ye Chen left, concubine Shu's cultivation level was 8-star heavenly level, and now it has been 9-star heavenly level. Before the July universe was upgraded, the strong men of the 9-star heavenly level were already the top figures. Changle, you are now an immortal level strong man, why are you still like a child? Concubine Shu said with some pampering. He. Mother, cultivation is not to cultivate yourself into stone, it's good to keep your original heart. Brother-in-law, don't you think so? Luo Yudi chuckled. Ye Chen nodded slightly, keeping his original heart and nature is a very good state of cultivation. But it is difficult for most strong men to do it. They need to spend a lot of time and energy to kill and compete for resources, and it is easy to lose their original heart and nature in this process. Luo Yudi and the others don't have this problem. They have enough resources to practice, and they don't need to take action normally. You are the only one who has many crooked ideas. Ye Chen, you can't spoil this girl too much. Concubine Shu said. After chatting with Ye Chen and the others for a while, concubine Shu went to the kitchen to cook. As an elder, when Ye Chen and the others came back, concubine Shu wanted to make a reunion dinner. Changle, have you noticed that your mother is lonely when we all left? Ye Chen sent a voice message to Luo Yudi. Luo Yudi stared at Ye Chen with her beautiful eyes. Brother-in-law, you won't have any ideas about my mother, right? If you do this, Sister Hanjian will break your legs. Ye Chen. Concubine Shu was on the beauty list back then, and now she has reached the 9-star heavenly level of cultivation. Her appearance is quite outstanding, but would she have any ideas about her mother-in-law? Changle, am I such a person? Ye Chen said unhappily. Brother-in-law, what do you mean dash? Changle, Lanyin's father is also a man, and his character is still very good. Luo Yudi was stunned. Are mother and Uncle Zi willing? Especially Uncle Zi, he has never married. Ye Chen said, that was in the past. Now Lanyin has a home. It is normal for father-in-law to consider his own problems. If he marries someone else, he will have to find a mother-in-law for me. Why not match him with Aunt Shu? Luo Yudi blinked. It seems that Ye Chen's idea is not bad. Brother-in-law, then we will go to Kunpeng Universe and bring mother over. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Dit. Chapter 426. After eating the reunion dinner cooked by concubine Shu, Yechen took Luo Yudi and the others for a walk on the street. Master, it really feels like a dream. The people of Tianyang dynasty are so strong now. Xuanhuan said with emotion. The children who clamor with their parents for eating candied haws on the street basically have saint-level cultivation. More than half of the adults on the street have heavenly Dao-level cultivation. Thinking back then, top bosses like Wang Qing cult leader and others only had holy emperor-level cultivation, and 80% of the people on the street could beat Wang Qing cult leader back then. In this prosperous age, it would be great if the beauty could also be seen. Yechen sighed softly. He missed Luo Hanjian very much after being away for so long. Brother-in-law, sister Hanjian will be fine. Her current cultivation level should be quite high. Luo Yudi said. Yechen nodded. Luo Hanjian arrived at the Supreme Universe and improved quickly. Now there is a high probability that he should already have a level of cultivation at the level of hibiscus flower. At this moment, Yechen felt panicked. This panic was transmitted through the eternal world of mortals. What he sensed was Luo Hanjian's panic. Beauty. Yechen's expression changed. In Hongmeng Universe, Luo Hanjian is hiding in an abandoned cave to practice. The effect of training in this cave is not bad. Pi. A yin-yang snake arrived outside the cave, and it seemed to smell the popularity here. Inside the cave, Luo Hanjian could see the situation outside, and she looked nervous. She has indeed reached the level of Bianhua, and has absorbed powerful faith power. Even without a powerful time treasure, she has improved very quickly. But the yin-yang Dharma snake outside possesses the tyrannical strength of the glazed realm level. Luo Hanjian secretly estimated her strength. The strength of the yin-yang snake was probably 4 or 5 times stronger than hers. Even if she used the forbidden technique, she would not be as powerful as the opponent. Human, come out, I can give you a good time. The yin and yang snake outside has 2 heads, and one of the snake heads speaks. Luo Hanjian frowned. The other party was very cautious, but if she didn't go out, the other party would probably rush in anyway if their patience was exhausted, and he might even call his companions over. If you use the forbidden technique to rush out directly, you still have a 10% chance of escaping. If you continue to wait, your chances of survival will be even lower. Husband, I will probably die. I miss you so much. If I die, I hope you, Changle and the others will be fine by then. Luo Hanjian murmured to herself. Through the eternal world of mortals, Luo Hanjian's strong emotions were transmitted. Fear, despair, longing, blessings. Yechen's face became very ugly. Brother-in-law, what's wrong? Luo Yudi said tremblingly. With Yechen's face like this, did something happen to Luo Hanjian? Yechen felt deeply powerless. He could clearly feel that Luo Hanjian must be in trouble, but there was nothing he could do. System, is there any way? Yechen said in his mind. Host, I'm sorry. Although the system's capabilities are strong, his system is not omnipotent. Luo Hanjian is now in the Supreme Universe, who knows how far away from Yechen. Husband, I will try my best to survive. I may not be able to escape. On Luo Hanjian's side, she took a deep breath and used the forbidden technique. In an instant, Luo Hanjian's strength improved a lot, but it only reached the top level of glass. Compared with the strength of the yin-yang Dharma snake outside, there is still a clear gap. Escape. Luo Hanjian rushed out of the cave in an instant. The yin-yang Dharma snake's eyes showed a mocking look. Its strength is actually higher than Luo Hanjian estimated, and it hides twice as much strength. Even if Luo Hanjian uses the forbidden technique, its strength is 4 to 5 times that of Luo Hongjian. With such a disparity in strength, it was almost impossible for Luo Hongjian to escape from it. Beautiful human girl, I like it, GG. The yin-yang snake monster laughed, and it instantly accelerated towards Luo Hongjian. Although Luo Hongjian took the opportunity to escape, the yin-yang snake quickly closed the gap with her. I'm going to die. Even if I blow myself up and die, I can't fall into the hands of this beast. Luo Hongjian's eyes showed determination. Ye Chen sensed Luo Hongjian's strong will to die. She might want to commit suicide. Beauty. Ye Chen's eyes were red, he was extremely worried and heartbroken. You beast, you won't feel better if I die. Luo Hongjian said sternly. She mobilized the power in her body to explode herself. Even if she couldn't kill the yin-yang snake, there should be no problem in injuring it. Certainly. At this moment, an extremely powerful force instantly immobilized Luo Hongjian's strength, and forcibly suppressed Luo Hongjian's strength, which was on the verge of self-explosion. Die. A bright sword light flashed, and the yin-yang Dharma snake was instantly split in half from the middle. Its extremely powerful glazed body was like tofu in front of the sword light. Girl, you and I are destined. You should worship me as your teacher. In front of Luo Hongjian, a woman who looked to be in her 40s or 50s smiled and said. Luo Hongjian looked at the other party. Is it such a coincidence that the other party took action at the most critical moment? Or the other party has already arrived? Girl, I have indeed arrived a long time ago, but I did not create the yin-yang Dharma snake. As if she saw Luo Hongjian's thoughts, the woman said directly. Luo Hongjian bowed and said, Thank you, Senior, for saving your life. Senior, are you a human being? The woman nodded slightly, Yes, I am a human being. I have immortal level cultivation. Luo Hongjian said, Senior, why do you want to accept me as your disciple? The woman smiled and said, Girl, you are quite vigilant. Don't worry, I have no ill intentions towards you. It would be easy for me to kill you. I have calculated that I will have a great disaster in the future. You are my savior. But I can't figure out how a girl like you, who only has the Bianhua realm, can have the ability to help me resolve the catastrophe. Luo Hongjian thought of Ye Chen. She felt that if the other party had a big disaster to resolve, it would definitely not be her who could resolve it, but Ye Chen would be able to resolve it then. Meet the master. Luo Hongjian knelt down and paid homage to her master. Good. The woman smiled and nodded, I have never accepted a disciple. You will be my only direct disciple from now on. I will do my best to improve your strength. Thank you, master. Luo Hongjian felt relieved. No matter what the future holds, at least he will be alive for the time being. In Emperor Tianyuan's palace, Ye Chen's expression softened a little. Through the eternal red dust cord, Ye Chen sensed that Luo Hongjian's mood had calmed down. Hongjian must have been in danger and was rescued by the other strong men. Ye Chen secretly thought. He walked around, unable to calm down for a long time. No, I can't wait for the strong men from the Titan universe to come over like this. If something happens to them here, it will take another 2 years for the strong men from the Titan universe to send someone over. Ye Chen's eyes sparkled. This will be safer, but Luo Hongjian may not be able to avoid it with good luck next time she encounters a fatal danger. System, I should be able to contact Casa Supreme, right? Ye Chen said in his mind. Casa Supreme is the father of the one-horned youth and one of the 3 giants of the Titan universe. Can. The system said. Ye Chen knows the soul aura of Casa Supreme, and that the Titan universe is within C Area 13. The system's communication capabilities are now very strong. Although it cannot contact Luo Hongjian, it can directly contact anyone in C Area 13 as long as it knows the soul aura. System, contact Casa Supreme. Ye Chen said in his mind. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Dit. Chapter 427. In the Titan universe, Casa Supreme has been restless in recent months. His son Rachel was out on patrol, and he should have contacted and reported the news long ago, but he has not received any news from Rachel in recent months. Casa Supreme has sent many strong men to the July universe, where Rachel last contacted. But his heart still cannot calm down. Rachel is the son he cares about the most. Rachel has good talent, and she has the level of Red Spider Lily at a relatively young age. Rachel also has a system. Although it is a communication system without any offensive power, it is also very useful. Rachel patrols the four directions every once in a while. Wherever there is a powerful treasure, Rachel can send the news back as soon as she finds it. Relying on Rachel's system, Casa Supreme has obtained more than one powerful treasure. Casa Supreme. At this moment, a strange voice sounded directly in Rachel's mind. Who are you? Casa Supreme was shocked. The other party did not contact him in an ordinary way. The contact method seems to be the same as Rachel's previous contact method. Casa Supreme, your son Rachel and many other strong men are in my hands. You are limited to finding 2 strong men with other systems in the shortest time. You can use 2 systems to exchange for Rachel and others, and you can also exchange Rachel's broken system. After Ye Chen finished speaking, Casa Supreme's face became extremely ugly. Rachel and others really got into trouble. Rachel's system was actually transferred to the other party. You should know the strength of our Titan universe and the strength of this seed. Do you know the consequences of doing this? Casa Supreme said sternly. Ha 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 ha. Casa Supreme, you are indeed powerful, but as long as the benefits are enough, this seed dares to provoke any force. If you don't come within 2 years, this seed will kill people. Ye Chen laughed wildly. Casa Supreme said in a deep voice, 2 years is too late to come here. Ye Chen sneered, hurry up, 2 years should be enough. I am in July universe. No time to wait. Asshole. Casa Supreme's face was extremely gloomy. He is one of the 3 giants on the Titan universe side. He has a system himself, and his faction also has another strong man with a good system. But Casa Supreme himself is unwilling to let them give the system to redeem people. The other forces have strong people with systems, trick 2 of them over. Casa Supreme thought of such a way. Sir, I have sent a message that there are treasures on the July universe side, take 2 strong people with systems over. How about you find a way to get the system from them yourself? Casa Supreme said. Ye Chen sneered, Casa Supreme, aren't you kidding me? If you don't deal with them, they will come and let me deal with them myself. What should I do if I can't beat them? Besides, the rest of you strong men may also target me at that time. Casa Supreme said in a deep voice, you should have adapted to the environment over there in July universe. They will never be your opponents in the past. If this works, I will find a way. If this doesn't work, then you can kill Rachel and make a blood feud with me. I will ask my friends in the Hall of Life and Death to hunt you down together. Ye Chen thought for a while and said, 3. You tricked 3 strong men with systems to come here. It must be a good system. The communication system like your son's is useful for big forces, but it's just garbage for casual cultivators like me. Casa Supreme said, okay. Casa Supreme feels that he can lure 3 strong men with systems to July universe. Titan universe is a first-tier universe, and its strength is much stronger than that of second-tier universes like Kunpeng universe. In the Titan universe, Casa Supreme can lure 2, and he can also lure 1 such strong man from other medium universes on the way there. Half a month later, a top immortal level strong man in Casa Supreme's forces led the team to set off, and there were more than a dozen top immortal level strong men in the team. In the entire battleship, there are more than 10,000 immortal level strong men. There are also a total of 1 million Tiandeo 8-star and Tiandeo 9-star level strong men. 3 of them are strong men with systems. 2 of the 3 were deceived, and the other one is Casa Supreme's sworn brother. His strength is slightly lower than Casa Supreme, but he is also very strong. Brother Wayne, what kind of treasure is it, can you tell me now? One of the 2 strong men with systems said. Wayne Supreme smiled and said, you too, we have to pick up another strong man with a system on the way, and we will talk about it together when the time comes. Don't worry. We have cooperated before, not once or twice. We Solomon and you have a good relationship. The 2 strong men nodded. That's right. But they didn't know that Rachel and the others were much more important to Casa Supreme. Just because he didn't sell them before didn't mean he wouldn't sell them this time. Brother Wayne, can you tell me how much you expect to get this time? Another strong man said. Wayne Supreme smiled and said, it's not certain yet, but it will definitely be a lot. By the way, there will probably be some killing this time. The 2 strong men laughed. Brother Wayne, as long as the benefits are enough, it doesn't matter if you kill him or not, haha. Brother Wayne, as long as the benefits are great, we will kill whoever you say. Supreme Wayne nodded. 2 fellow Taoists, you can practice for a while. It should take us almost 2 years to arrive. More than half a year later, Wayne Supreme and the others received another powerful person with a system. On the side of July Universe, the strong men sent in front of Casa Supreme have already approached July Universe. They didn't know about Yechen's subsequent contact with Casa Supreme. Sir, the front is approaching July Universe. The strong men responsible for driving the battleship reported. The powerful men in the battleship finished their training one by one, and they all arrived in the battleship command room. Among these strong men, there are 2 who are at the top glazed realm level. There are more than a dozen powerful men at the glazed realm level. There are another 1,000 or so immortal level experts in the battleship, and 200,000 elite warriors at the 8-star and 9-star levels of Heavenly Deo. Something happened to Rachel and the others, and Solomon sent so many strong men to investigate, which was already pretty good. Everyone looked ahead in confusion. They can already see July Universe. The situation in July Universe does not seem to match the situation in their information. Why is July Universe so big? July Universe has reached the Advanced Universe, and it has reached the 2nd tier Advanced Universe. It's only been a while, how could July Universe improve so much? A group of powerful people were talking about it. July Universe is more than 10 times stronger than they estimated. There should be a great adventure in July Universe, swallowing the heaven-defying treasure. One of the strong men said in a deep voice. The eyes of other strong men in the command room showed excitement. The July Universe was originally just a medium universe. Even if it has recently been upgraded to a high universe, how could it be possible under normal circumstances to reach this point in a short period of time? It is impossible for them to kill Rachel. The young master should be fine. It's just that the benefits here are huge, so the young master didn't report it immediately. Another strong man said. Not necessarily. The anomaly here may be discovered by other powerful experts. Everyone should still be vigilant. After some discussion, everyone decided to enter the July Universe. Even if there are other powerful people in July Universe, they are not very afraid. As long as the other party has not obtained the cosmic will order, the possibility of being found is low, and they can hide and adapt to the environment inside. Soon, the huge battleship disappeared with a flash of light, and when it reappeared, it was already in the July Universe. The first batch of fish finally took the bait. A smile appeared on Yechen's face. After winning this batch, he was not afraid that Casa Supreme and the others would not give him any benefits. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Dit. Chapter 428. The strong men who entered the July universe looked relaxed. July universe has soared in a short period of time, and it is impossible for so many top powerhouses to be born within it. It is also unlikely that the strong men from July universe went to other places to capture a large number of strong men and brought them back to kill them. This all requires strength. As for the strong men in other universes who have captured a large number of strong men and come here to kill them, what are they trying to do? Even if you want to obtain the cosmic will order, July universe is not a good choice. In their opinion, there is more than 90% chance that July universe has swallowed the exotic treasure. Everyone, please work in groups. Get used to the environment here first. One of the two top immortal level experts said. At this moment, his strength was suppressed to the point where he could only reach the top level of immortality. Not too weak. Yes. The other strong men nodded. There are a dozen Liuli realm experts in total, and they plan to divide into more than a dozen groups, so that even if one or two groups have an accident, most of them will be fine. The enemy dare not act rashly. Everyone, since we are here, why bother to separate? Isn't it good to gather together? Yachen's laughter spread to the minds of these strong men. Their faces changed greatly. Someone came next to them just after entering July universe. This couldn't be a coincidence. Cosmic will order. Damn it, how come someone really got the cosmic will order here? These strong men couldn't believe it. The conditions in all aspects of the July universe were very average before, and they were only average in the medium universe. Why did you obtain the universal will order in such a place? Fellow deist, we are from Solomon in the Titan universe. We didn't know that friend deist already has the universal will order to completely control this place. We hope that friend deist will forgive us. The leader of the strong men took a deep breath and said politely. Boom. The next second, these powerful men felt the terrifying pressure. This pressure is even more terrifying than the pressure released by the top glazed realm powerhouses. In July universe, Yechen has 50 times the strength of the top Liuli realm. This time Yechen only released 3 times. Poof. Poof. Most of the 1,000 immortal level experts in the battleship were vomiting blood and going crazy. More than 95% of them are only Hongchen immortals, who are in the ultimate realm of immortality. Now that they are suppressed by the world, none of them have the cultivation level of Hongchen immortals. They simply couldn't bear the pressure of 3 times the top glazed realm. If Yechen hadn't controlled it well, many of them would have been crushed to death by Yechen's pressure. So strong. We were no match in our heyday. The 2 top-notch glazed realm experts turned pale, and they were also extremely uncomfortable. Fellow Taoist, we admit defeat. The strong leader said with difficulty. Receive. With a thought, Yechen directly received the Brahma rings from the unconscious strong men. Confining your own cultivation. Yechen said calmly. Some of the remaining strong men felt bitter in their hearts. I came here for rescue, but I didn't expect that I would become a prisoner as soon as I arrived. Soon they imprisoned their own cultivation. Fellow Taoist, do you know our Solomon? The leader of the strong men said solemnly, his name is Li Qianzhu. As a top Liuli realm strong man, he is also a famous figure in the Titan universe. Yechen said quietly, of course I know. Putting away the remaining strong men and spaceships, Yechen disappeared. When he reappeared, Yechen had already arrived at Tianyang Dynasty. Go on, tell me all the important information you know about Solomon and the Titan universe. Yechen arrived at the Brahma ring and appeared in front of Li Qianzhu and the others. Don't even think about it. Wishful thinking. Your Majesty, you'd better let us go, otherwise we won't get any good results. Many strong men yelled angrily. The strong men who had just been unconscious all woke up. They knew that Yechen was very strong, but they still had strong confidence in Solomon. Their sect leader, Kasa Supreme, is one of the 3 giants in the Titan universe. I have a bad temper and no patience. I am not happy with your reaction. Ye Chen said calmly. He waved his hand as he spoke, and violent sword energy surged, and all the strong men who had just reprimanded were immediately killed. The 1,000 immortal level experts were suddenly reduced by 200. This is much quieter. Ye Chen chuckled and said, you can talk now. In 1 hour, the half of you who dissatisfy me the most will die. I am not joking. Li Qianzhu and the other 800 or so immortal level experts all looked extremely ugly. Ye Chen kills as soon as he says it, no ambiguity. Remember, you only have 1 hour, hurry up. After Ye Chen finished speaking, he lay down and began to close his eyes and rest. Li Qianzhu and many other powerful people looked at me and I looked at you. They wanted to communicate with each other, but they found that they could not communicate with each other. We can only send a message to Ye Chen. Half of them will definitely die later. No matter what, it's better to kill someone else than myself. Many powerful people secretly thought that they began to send a lot of information to Ye Chen. Is this man a grudge against our Solomon? Li Qianzhu thought to himself that he had no choice but to send a message to Ye Chen. He doesn't want to die either. An hour passed quickly. Ye Chen received a lot of information about the Titan universe and Solomon. They can't discuss things with each other, and they basically don't dare to lie. Everyone, the results are out. Ye Chen stood up, and with a wave of his hand, he divided the 800 immortal level experts into 2 groups. Li Qianzhu's side was much stronger. You guys, kill them all, 1 each. Ye Chen said quietly to Li Qianzhu and the others. As he spoke, he completely sealed the strength of another group of strong men. What? Li Qianzhu and the others' eyes widened. Killing their own people and telling a lot of the sect's secrets, they might not be able to return to Solomon by then. Ye Chen said quietly, if you don't want to be killed, you can switch to another group of people. The principle is voluntariness. The corners of Li Qianzhu's mouth twitched. What a voluntary principle. They can indeed choose to kill or not to kill, but if they don't kill, they will die. Don't mess around. He certainly wouldn't dare to kill so many of us. We are our own people. Fellow Taoist, I still have a lot of information that I haven't told you. Give me another chance. Many of the hundreds of people whose cultivation was completely imprisoned spoke one after another. Ye Chen said quietly, you have half an hour. Those who do not complete the task within half an hour will be automatically assigned to another group. Give them more time and they can argue more fiercely with each other. After killing someone, you can follow him even more determinedly. Gradually, half an hour passed, and no one volunteered to join the other group. All the 400 people who were imprisoned for cultivation fell in a pool of blood. Sir, I will be loyal to you from now on. Li Qianzhu knelt down and said. The other 400 strong men also knelt down and pledged their allegiance. Ye Chen half smiled and said, you should have kept many secrets of the section, tell them. In addition, you will swear an oath of allegiance. Yes. In 5 minutes, Ye Chen learned more core information about Solomon. Li Qianzhu and the others also swore a poisonous oath. Ye Chen glanced at Li Qianzhu and the 400 or so strong men with a look of satisfaction on their faces. Among them, there are 13 strong men in the glazed realm, about 80 strong men in the Bianhua realm, and about 200 immortal level figures. They are quite powerful. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Did. Chapter 429. The first batch of enemies has just arrived, and it should take another year for the second batch of enemies. Ye Chen came out of the Brahma ring and muttered to himself. Maybe you can go to Kunpeng universe. Although Ye Chen was anxious about Luo Hongjian, haste makes waste. He doesn't even know which supreme universe Luo Hongjian is in now. Chang'e, let's go to Kunpeng universe. You and Aunt Chu can talk about it. Ye Chen sent a message to Luo Yudi. When Luo Yudi talked to Concubine Chu naturally agreed. She also wanted to see other universes, and she could often see Luo Yudi in the past. Not long after, Ye Chen, Luo Hongjian, the other girls, and Concubine Chu teleported to Kunpeng Universe Hongjian Palace. Husband. Ye Chen contacted Zi Lanyan before transmitting. As soon as they came over, Zi Lanyan immediately came to Ye Chen excitedly. Lanyan. Ye Chen smiled and hugged Zi Lanyan. Concubine Chu was present, but the two did not kiss. Concubine Chu looked at Zi Lanyan. She had already known about Zi Lanyan's situation from Luo Yudi's mouth. Concubine Chu didn't have any objections to Ye Chen marrying Zi Lanyan. In the first situation, Ye Chen had no choice, but later he already had feelings. Moreover, her daughter Luo Yudi is not the official wife, so she has no objection. Lanyan, she is Aunt Chu. Ye Chen introduced. Zi Lanyan knew who Concubine Chu was, so she quickly bowed and said, Aunt Chu. Concubine Chu is not only Luo Yudi's biological mother, but also Luo Hongjian's adoptive mother. Zi Lanyan knew she must not offend her. Hello Lanyan. Concubine Chu smiled. Zi Lanyan quickly sent a message to her father. If only Ye Chen and the others were coming, the master of Xiao Palace would not need to show up for the time being. But Concubine Chu also came as an elder. Palace Master Xiao must show up. Hello, Ms. Chu, welcome to our Kunpeng universe. Palace Master Xiao soon appeared, and he spoke very enthusiastically. Hello, Master Xiao. Concubine Chu returned the greeting. Ye Chen chuckled and said, Father-in-law and mother-in-law are all our own people. Don't be too polite to show off. Concubine Chu glanced at Ye Chen. I don't usually see Ye Chen shouting like this. Ye Chen's name at this time made her and the master of Xiao Palace feel a little strange. One father-in-law and one mother-in-law, they sound like a couple. Father-in-law, we have a lot to talk about when we reunite with Lanyan after a long absence. How about you entertain your mother-in-law and take her to visit Kunpeng Universe? Ye Chen smiled. What can the Lord of Xiao Palace say? When Ye Chen said this, he simply couldn't refuse. Ms. Chu, it seems we are an eyesore. Let's go. Palace Master Xiao smiled. Concubine Chu hesitated slightly and nodded slightly. Palace Master Xiao and the others left quickly. Ye Chen's voice rang in the mind of Palace Master Xiao, father-in-law, Aunt Chu is very good, and she is both Chang'e's biological mother and Hongjian's adoptive mother. If you two can be together, my son-in-law will definitely honor you in the future. Zi Lan and Hongjian can get closer and closer. Palace Master Xiao. Ye Chen, are you trying to be a matchmaker for an elder? Ye Chen chuckled and said, Father-in-law, now that Lanyan is married, it's not good for you to be alone. Aunt Chu is also alone. Father-in-law, it's better for you to be together. When the time comes I will give you a treasure and a beauty, and none of them will have any objections. If you look for someone else, I'm afraid my son-in-law will not be able to show filial piety. Furthermore, father-in-law, if you go to find someone else, Lanyan may have objections, but if you go to Aunt Chu, Lanyan will definitely not have any objections. Palace Master Xiao thought about it, and what Ye Chen said really made sense. He glanced at Concubine Chu, and Concubine Chu was indeed his favorite type. You're the only one who's wrong. Palace Master Xiao said angrily. That being said, he did have some thoughts. A smile appeared on Ye Chen's face. There was an 80% chance that there would be no problem with this matter. As the master of Xiao Palace, he also possesses the strength of the top glazed realm. Ye Chen has confidence in the master of Xiao Palace. 3 months have passed in the blink of an eye. Palace Master Xiao took concubine Shu to many places in the Kunpeng universe. Under the fierce pursuit of Palace Master Xiao, the relationship between the two naturally heated up a lot. Ye Chen, we are back. Suyu is indeed a very nice person, and our relationship is now good, but she is afraid that you won't agree, so she needs your and Chang Li's help. The master of Xiao Palace sent a message to Ye Chen. Ye Chen was secretly happy. Not bad, not bad. Palace Master Xiao and concubine Shu were together, then he would have one less mother-in-law and one less father-in-law, so cool. Father-in-law, don't worry, we'll take care of it. Ye Chen said via voice transmission. At concubine Shu's place, she sent a message to Luo Yudi and said hesitantly, Chang Li, please stop practicing first. Mother has something to tell you. Luo Yudi quickly stopped practicing. She got a message from Ye Chen at this time, and Ye Chen told her the situation. Mom, what's the matter? Luo Yudi came to concubine Shu and said. Concubine Shu looked at Luo Yudi with some embarrassment. She didn't know how to speak. Mom, do you want to be with Uncle Zi? Luo Yudi blinked and said. Concubine Shu's expression changed. Changle, if you don't agree, mother won't want to do this anymore. Luo Yudi hugged concubine Shu's arm and laughed. Mom, I think this is great. Uncle Zi is a very nice person, and my brother-in-law and I may be away for a long time in the future. I will be worried about you being alone at home. You are with Uncle Zi. I feel relieved that Uncle Zi will take care of you. Concubine Shu secretly breathed a sigh of relief, as long as Luo Yudi didn't object. Where is Ye Chen? Concubine Shu said hesitantly, the head of the family is now Ye Chen, the son-in-law. Luo Yudi chuckled, Mom, this matter was led by my brother-in-law. Otherwise, why do you think my brother-in-law brought you to the Kunpeng universe? This stinky boy. Concubine Shu laughed and scolded and was completely relieved. Ye Chen soon got Luo Yudi's feedback. The matter was settled. Ye Chen was relieved. If this matter cannot be handled well, he will take Luo Yudi away in the future, and Luo Yudi will be very worried about concubine Shu. If you enter the Supreme Universe in the future, it may be difficult to return. Father-in-law, Aunt Shu has already settled the matter. You should hurry up and get married. In these few months, I may take Zilan and the others away. I don't know when I will be back. Ye Chen sent a message to the Purple Sky Palace Master. After swallowing 2 more systems to enhance the communication capabilities, there is a high probability that Luo Hongjian can be contacted. If it still doesn't work, Ye Chen plans to go to the Titan universe. The 3 giants of the Titan universe are in a 3-way confrontation, and no strong person has obtained the universal order. So soon. The Purple Sky Palace Master was a little surprised. Father-in-law, my strength is already good, and it will be even stronger by then. It's time to take the initiative. Ye Chen said in a deep voice. Okay. The Purple Sky Palace Master knew that Ye Chen was anxious to rescue Luo Hongjian. If Ye Chen left, Zilanyan and the others would definitely follow Ye Chen. Soon, the Purple Sky Palace Master and concubine Shu discussed it. The wedding was simple. But no matter how simple it was, some important guests still had to be invited, and the wedding was set for 3 months later. 3 months passed unknowingly. Concubine Shu, Shu Suiyu and the Purple Sky Palace Master have a deeper relationship, and the wedding is held smoothly. Ye Chen, be careful. The Purple Sky Palace Master and Shu Suiyu warned them. Not long after their wedding, Ye Chen planned to take Langxiu and the others away. Zilanyan will also leave with him. Yes. Ye Chen nodded. Luo Yudi and the others said goodbye one by one, and soon Ye Chen disappeared. The second batch of Solomon's strong men are now less than 2 months away from Ye Chen and his men. They used special means. They came faster than Ye Chen expected. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 430. In the Cosmic Sea, the huge space battleship ridden by Solomon's second batch of powerful men was advancing at great speed. Inside the battleship, many strong men are working hard to provide strong defense for the battleship. Unless there is a particularly dangerous area, this battleship will just rush through it arrogantly. Everyone, please work harder. We can reach July Universe in another month and a half. The leader is the powerful Wayne Supreme Deo. He is a top-notch glazed realm expert, and he has a system and powerful strength. Yes. Many other strong men responded. There are tens of thousands of immortal-level experts in their battleship. There are more than a dozen top-notch glazed realm experts, and millions of Tiandeo 8th and 9-star level figures. Sir Wayne, it is risky to go straight ahead in the area ahead. The detour may take 7 more days. Deo, the strong man responsible for navigating the battleship. Go straight, just rush over. Supreme Wayne said in a deep voice, with their strength this is not a big problem. It was by going straight in again and again that they saved a lot of time. Wayne Supreme's plan is for them to arrive 5 or 6 months in advance, enter the July Universe, and have 5 or 6 months to adapt to the environment of the July Universe. Wayne Supreme wants to take down his enemies if he can. With their strength, he felt that the possibility of defeating the enemy was not low. Gradually, a month and a half passed. Wayne Supreme's battleship appeared invisibly not far from July Universe. The situation in July Universe shocked them. What's going on? Why did July Universe become so big? July Universe is in the higher universe. Is this already a second-tier universe? It is indeed a second-tier universe, close to a strong second-tier universe. In the battleship command room, many powerful men were talking in disbelief. Everyone, July Universe has produced a great treasure. Solomon, we simply can't eat this stuff. Wayne Supreme smiled at the other 3 powerful men with systems around him. These 3 strong men were all fooled. One of the strong men said, Brother Wayne, how will the benefits be distributed at that time? Wayne Supreme said, let's see how much benefit we can get. We at Solomon will not treat everyone badly. After all, we will not cooperate only this time. We worked well together before. The other 3 powerful men with systems nodded. Everyone, let's go straight in. Everyone will hide until the time comes and get used to the environment inside. Wayne Supreme said. Sovereign Wayne, isn't there already a strong man with the cosmic will order? One of the 3 powerful men with the system said solemnly. Wayne Supreme smiled and said, bring a large number of strong men here to kill the strong men in other universes, and you will get twice the result with half the effort. Is it possible that there are strong men in the July universe that are so strong? Be careful, just to prevent other powerful people from coming over. Many strong men around nodded. A strong man said, even if there are strong men inside who possess the universal will order, why should we be afraid? We have tens of thousands of immortal level experts. Everyone nodded. There are more than a dozen of them who are at the top of the glazed realm. Among them, they have the strength of the top immortals. A dozen of them together have the strength of the glazed realm. The other tens of thousands of immortal level experts can equal a few Liuli level experts. There are also millions of 89-star heavenly Deo level figures. Wayne Supreme and the others didn't know that the first batch of strong men who came over had fallen, otherwise they would have been more vigilant. Fellow Deist Xuanhuan, I have to trouble you. Wayne Supreme looked at one of the powerful men with the system and smiled. This strong man is called Xuanhuan Supreme. His system does not have strong attack power, but it has strong hiding ability. While he was hiding, even if he had a 5-star cosmic will command and a top-notch glazed realm cultivation level, he might not be able to detect their entry. This is also one of Wayne Supreme's pillars of support. Good. Xuanhuan Supreme used his own system power. The battleship and the aura of the powerful men inside the battleship are even more difficult to detect. Enter. Wayne Supreme personally controlled the battleship and entered the July universe. With Supreme Cloud Hidden taking action, the fluctuations caused by the battleship entering the July universe were extremely subtle. Coming. A smile appeared on Yechen's face. It is simply impossible for Wayne Supreme to sneak in quietly without being discovered. Without any increase, Yechen now has 6 or 7 times the strength of the top glazed realm. After the 9-fold increase, he has 60 or 70 times the strength of the top glazed realm. What he possesses is not a 5-color universal order, but a 9-color universal order. In the blink of an eye, Yechen appeared directly in the area where Wayne Supreme and the others were. Receive. Yechen's tyrannical power directly received Wayne Supreme's space battleship into the Brahma Ring. Wayne Supreme and the others were inside the battleship, their expressions changed greatly. It is difficult to receive so many powerful people directly into the space treasure. The strength Yechen showed just now is too strong. The next second, Yechen returned to Tianyang Emperor's palace and arrived next to Xiaolu. Xiaolu is stronger than him. Everyone, come out and meet us. Yechen arrived inside the Brahma Ring and said with a smile. In front of him was a huge space battleship. More than 100,000 meters long. Wayne Supreme and his tens of thousands of immortal-level warriors arrived outside the battleship. Millions of powerful men with 8 or 9 stars in the heavenly Dao also came out of their space treasures. Wayne Supreme, surrender. Li Qianzhu and other strong men appeared, and Li Qianzhu spoke to persuade them to surrender. Wayne Supreme and many other strong men have their eyes set on Li Qianzhu and the others. Li Qianzhu and other strong men have already adapted to the environment in July universe. Li Qianzhu now exudes the aura of the top glass realm. Elder Li, you have betrayed the sect. Wayne Supreme said with a gloomy expression. As he spoke, he secretly sent a message to Li Qianzhu, hoping that Li Qianzhu and others could help them. Li Qianzhu said, everyone, 600 of our first batch of people who came here died and 400 survived. You can't be Lord Yechen's opponent. By the way, 400 of them were killed by the 400 of us who survived. Wayne Supreme's expression changed. Yechen noticed their entry immediately. He probably not only had the strength of the top glazed realm, but also the cosmic will order had probably reached the colorful level. With a 7-fold increase in strength, Yechen alone is as strong as 8 top-notch glazed realm experts. Li Qianzhu and the others will definitely not look back if they kill one of their own. Wayne Supreme made a quick judgment. Definitely can't beat it. Fellow Daoist Yechen, didn't you tell our sect master that we would bring people here and you would trade with us? We brought people. You let us leave, and we, Solomon, will never cross paths with you. Wayne Supreme said in a deep voice. The expressions of the 3 powerful men with systems around Wayne Supreme changed greatly, and their power was instantly sealed. And in the blink of an eye, they disappeared and appeared in different places in the Brahma Ring. Wayne Supreme, if you come here to trade normally, what you said will be true. You sneaked in quietly and came so early. You are so cruel. Yechen said with an indifferent expression. With that said, Yechen also imprisoned Wayne Supreme's strength, and he was also transferred away. Disclaim your treasure. Then confine 90% of your own strength. Yechen said softly. Li Qianzhu and others secretly sent messages to some of the strong men to ask them to do so. Be obedient and tell Yechen some more secrets then, and you should be able to survive. Some of the strong men who got the news immediately spread the news to the others. Millions of powerful men have unlocked the treasure and sealed 90% of their strength. Even if the strength is not sealed at all, they are no match now. Receive. Yechen collected all the treasures. Die. After putting away the treasures, Yechen was too lazy to ask about the secrets of these powerful men. The extremely violent sword energy ran over him, and Solomon, 1,000,000 powerful men, were all killed in an instant. Sir, this dash. Li Qianzhu and the others' eyes widened. Ye Chen looked at Li Qianzhu and the others coldly. There is no need for you to live anymore. Kill. As soon as he finished speaking, Ye Chen killed Li Qianzhu and the others as well. Although Li Qianzhu and the 400 strong men have sworn allegiance, if he leaves July universe, how loyal will Li Qianzhu and the others still be? It's better to let them contribute to the growth of July universe. So many powerful people have died, and July universe is now in a period of rapid growth. July universe should be able to reach the first tier universe level within 3 to 5 years. Wayne Supreme and the others have a total of 4 systems. By devouring these 4 systems to enhance their communication capabilities, they should be able to contact the beauty, right? Ye Chen murmured to himself, looking forward to it in his heart. System, hurry up and devour them, devour the energy gained, and prioritize enhancing communication capabilities. I'll let you devour the rest of the system later to compensate you. Ye Chen said in his mind. He first came to the 3 of them, Union Supreme. They were all at the top of the glazed realm. Their systems were naturally not weak, but they were no match for Ye Chen's system. Half a month later, their systems were swallowed up, and all their efforts were devoted to communications. Host, sense Luo Hanjian. The system's voice suddenly sounded in Ye Chen's mind. Ye Chen was shocked. System, contact Hanjian immediately.